Good evening. I am your horror host, Frank and Brian, and it is finally October, spooky season, Halloween, a time of year where decorations go up, everything gets a little darker, scarier. This is my favorite holiday, and I thought we'd kick things off this year by looking at the fast food history of Halloween. We will see how various fast food chains celebrated the holiday with their different promotions and seasonal offerings, tricks, treats, as well as some related nostalgia. Before we get into it, obligatory plugs, Patreon, memberships, super thanks. None of this is possible without the generous support of our viewers, our patrons over at patreon.com/pixandportraits. If you like what we do and want to see more, please consider joining them. You can get access to dozens of videos and series, my book, The Nostalgia Economy, $5, get you access to that. You can also become a member here on YouTube or give us super thanks. Everything helps. Let's get spooky. Now, we're going to be going chronologically, but as a heads up, this is very McDonald's heavy. They're the biggest fast food chain. They've maintained their popularity for decades, so it's no surprise that most of the content available is going to be from them. A lot of McDonald's early marketing can be classified as creepy, but the earliest I could track down that is explicitly for Halloween is this spot from 1971. In it, Ronald McDonald introduces what he calls his trick-or-treat safety cups. They are basically reflective armbands kids can wear on Halloween, so they don't get by cars. We will be seeing a few safety items on this list. Gift certificates were very popular. You could buy a book of 20 or multiple books and give them out to trick-or-treaters instead of candy. McBoo was the first McDonald's Halloween character, as far as I have found, seen here on a couple examples of gift certificates from 1975, offering a free drink. He was replaced by this witch the following year, but he will be back again someday. I love the color in both of these. It reminds me a bit of the Great Pumpkin, very warm, very nostalgic. This great commercial was produced to promote them with a real-life witch. Breaking away from McDonald's for a bit, we have this ad from Burger Chef, 1976. I don't know what it is, but stuff from this period I always find a little freaky. I was not alive then. Maybe it's the aesthetics or the production, but I always find it warmly scary, which I think is a good way of describing Halloween. Anyway, Werewolf runs into a Burger Chef looking for food. Their version of a Happy Meal is shilled here, Halloween themed. Very similar commercial for Hardee's, 1977. Again, animated. A Frankenstein's monster wants burgers. This is great. Customers would get a coin with purchase that they could put into this fun machine that would give out Halloween-related items like rings or other novelties. I love this. Burger King makes its first appearance, also in 77, with more gift certificates that had this adorable owl on them. Instead of a drink, customers could get an order of fries, which I would prefer. I found this commercial for them, and rounding out the 70s, this McDonald's commercial that feels very inspired by the movie Halloween. It features a jack-o'-lantern and promotes even more gift certificates. Something interesting that you absolutely would not see today is this promo from 1982, featuring Detroit area horror host Count Scary shilling McDonald's gift certificates. 10 for a buck now, inflation, shrinkflation. What's interesting is that same year, or seemingly same recording session, I know it wasn't, but it looks similar, he plugs his 3D special, telling viewers they can get glasses at Wendy's, McDonald's competitor. It's from July, but it's wild seeing such similar commercials for rival businesses so close together. Could be a regional thing. Years ago, we talked about horror hosts on our other channel, and I may revisit that topic because it has a fascinating history. Carrying on, some more safety. The mid-80s was peak stranger danger, and this McDonald's commercial from 1984 advertises gift certificates as making Halloween safe. You got a sundae or ice cream instead of a drink, and they gave you a door decoration for buying them. The tone here is very weird, but it is echoed in both this Pizza Hut commercial and a Burger King one from around the same time. Reflective bags, flashlights, and just a general cautiousness, check your candy. These stories have been around forever. People giving out drugs or other dangerous materials. A lot of fear-mongering, but it was piled on very thick in the mid-80s. Up next, we probably have the most iconic fast food Halloween promotion, the McDonald's trick-or-treat buckets, or pails, introduced in 1986. That first year, they came in 3 different versions: McBoo, callback, ghost, McGoblin, and McPumpkin, a pumpkin. We will be seeing many variations of these as the years go on. They released or re-released them a lot. The first few years, they were all orange, but in 1989 we started seeing some more variety. McWitch, McGhost, McPumpkin, that would be sold into the 90s. They would not only reuse the designs for the buckets, pails, whatever, but also the segment that they let in with. Sometimes they would be promoted on their own, but more often than not, a McDonaldland-like skit would run in front of them. Early on, this had nothing to do with Halloween or horror or anything, but later commercials featured the Mcnugget buddies in spooky settings, like this one, resembling a mad scientist's Frankenstein scene. The Mcnuggets would dominate Halloween in the mid-90s for McDonald's. This fashion show commercial shows off the toys. The first time we are seeing Halloween-themed toys, which is pretty wild, now about 15 years into our timeline. The Mcnuggets all take on spooky characters, a witch, ghost, mummy, Frankenstein's monster. They really mixed and matched assets over the next few years. The skits all took place at a Halloween party. Classic McDonaldland characters showed up. Grimace as a ghost, love it, 1995. Ronald and the monster swap costumes, dress as each other, offering toys of these characters, just like the Mcnuggets. They also had cassettes featuring spooky sound effects and songs. They ran about 10 minutes each. You can listen to them here on YouTube. The Mcnuggets came back in 96 with different costumes. Again, a ton of McDonald's. I'm surprised there wasn't more for Wendy's or KFC. I found this one for Wendy's Finger Puppets, and this one from KFC Australia, I believe, 1997, featuring toys from Real Monsters and Nicktoon. Nickelodeon also offered these sweet glasses at Pizza Hut in 1991. In 1997, their Pizza Head character appeared in this spooky commercial. This was made by Walter Williams and is in the same style as his other creation, The Mr. Bill Show, which appeared on SNL. Pizza Head often found himself in situations that caused him harm. Here he is carried away by a vampire bat from a haunted house. 1997, BK got the license for Universal Monsters. This would have been around the time I was introduced to these films, thanks to them being re-released on VHS. The next year, they had toys from the short-lived animated series Toonsylvania, produced by Steven Spielberg, in the same vein as Animaniacs, focused on horror parodies. It aired on Fox Kids alongside Goosebumps, which had its own toys offered by Taco Bell in both 1996 and 97. One of the commercials is a jail lineup with the woman pointing out who scared her. They also had one featuring the animated mascots Nacho and Dog. These characters were created by the animation studio Klasky Csupo, who worked on Rugrats in the early seasons of The Simpsons. One of my favorite Halloween traditions is The Simpsons Trios of Horror. Even more than The Great Pumpkin, this is Halloween to me. In 2001, Burger King had Trios of Horror toys in their Big Kids meal, Simpsons Spooky Light-Ups. There was about 15 characters, all in different costumes. They came with stands and would light up, given the name. Original animation was produced as well, promoting their frozen black cherry drink. If this wasn't enough, they released 10 more the following year, dubbed Simpsons Creepy Classics, along with Freaky Floats, which were orange-flavored milkshake drinks. These toys were all throwbacks to past episodes, as were these ones from 2011. Around the turn of the millennium, McDonald's changed the Halloween buckets. The ones from 1999 had these Halloween scenes on them, featuring revamped McDonaldland designs. You can see them in this VHS that was sold in 1998 for Halloween, Scared Silly. Similar buckets in 2001, new ones for 2010, and over the past few years, they've released throwback ones. They're apparently going to have new ones this year as well, 2024. It's pretty crazy seeing all the changes over the decades. McDonald's has fallen back on nostalgia, while Burger King has really embraced more viral marketing or memes. One year, a BK restaurant dressed up as McDonald's. It got news coverage. They also released a Halloween Whopper with a black steak sauce infused bun. This also got some news coverage because of what it did to people's poo. Turned it green. It's all over social media. But yeah, I will post links to all of these in the description if you want to check them out. This was not meant to be exhaustive. I tried my best, but I'm sure there was a ton that I missed, so let me know some of your Halloween memories, fast food or otherwise. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and again, if you have the means, please consider supporting us on Patreon. Tons of spooky stuff over there. We also looked at the history of fast food movie tie-ins this past summer. Be sure to watch that if you are hungry for more content like this. As always, thank you so much for your interest in this channel, and thanks for watching. See you in the future.